Hi, my name's Joseph Beck. I am the Executive Medical Director of Behavioral Health at UC Ingles. And today we're going to talk a bit about the behavioral health, psychiatric, psychological impacts of living in the time of the COVID-19 pandemic. Well, certainly, in the general population, a pandemic of this magnitude causing so much adjustment and disruption in people's lives would cause very significant anxiety. Also, we need to think about our population that's already experiencing conditions related to anxiety and how they're having exacerbations, having to adjust to this new phenomenon. I think a unique feature of the coronavirus has to do with the unknown in a number of ways. The illness itself has unknown treatment, in some cases unknown course, and we are also getting conflicting messages both from the viral outcomes and the outcomes to the population, what should be done to manage it from a population health standpoint. So when people are receiving mixed messages and they are not sure how to proceed, that leads to an overwhelming amount of anxiety. Well, it's new for nearly everyone. So I think we need to be looking to astronauts, submariners, people that have been in confined spaces for long periods of time. Initially, it can be viewed as a vacation, but that's not going to last anybody this length of time. So being isolated causes you to need to create your own internal structure for a number of things, for pragmatic things like work or school, logistical things like meals, but also how to best utilize your time in a way that will keep you stimulated and healthy. Well, I do think the structure is of great import. It's easy to prescribe for people, but it's very hard to actually do. I think it's important because generally in overwhelming circumstances, when they're seen as a whole, they continue to be overwhelming. When they can be broken down into pieces and those individual pieces can be managed, people can make their way through the day and accomplish goals. So goal setting and accomplishment is something that'll work against sort of this nebulousness of our current situation. Within that structure, I think it's important to include and maximize things that bring enjoyment and also can sustain you. That's different for everybody. And we may need to adopt new behaviors in this novel situation. Yes, and the adaptation has been very quick. So we have levels of care from outpatient, intensive outpatient that can be utilized just in the UC system now. But there are also national companies, some of whom were very invested in telehealth prior to coronavirus. So finding a therapist is definitely of use and likely not as hard as you may think. However, using an external therapist should only be a single part of a comprehensive mental health program that is generally going to be generated by you. So combining with exercise, regular sleep patterns, which are at risk of changing during a period like this, appropriate socially distanced affiliation with others, and other basic hygiene strategies, again, structure. Therapy can be very useful if you are in the frame of mind to be able to interact with someone on that level.